Hello, everybody. How are we doing this evening? Making room here. I've got my trading computers right here. We're live. We're making moves. And we got one major question. Where did the ETH go, Richard? Where did the ETH go? So the boys over at 9inch have decided that they wanted to launch a new token, airdrop it to everybody that participated in the 9inch launch. And it's in your wallets on Ethereum and Pulse Chain. And I think it's like a 1% of your SAC. So, I got about $100 worth, something like that. If I was to hold them to now, it'd actually be more. It'd actually probably be like $200 worth. But I've been participating, buying, selling, having fun with this. And this brings back the old days of crypto. This is how it was when ICOs would launch and the endorphins would hit up, down. Let's have some fun. I think Pulse Chain's bringing that back, especially for me. I mean, I've been out of the whole trading game for so long, but this brought back a little bit of that excitement for me. So thank you to the 9inch squad. Where did the ETH go? Richard, what did you do with the ETH, sister or sir? What did you do with it? Where'd it go? Oh, God. Hello, Ted. Ted's first. Yes, please. Please smash those likes. Crypto Compassion. So right now, WETH is 50.5 cents on Pulse Chain and 20.5 cents on Ethereum. Hello, Mr. Rock Jockey. I'm one of the first four. Lazy Hexkin. You are kind of lazy. How's it going, everyone? Hey, Jeremy. Good to see you. Hey, D. Lowercase D, Doug. Hex G unit. Hello, Corey Geary. How are you doing, sir? Hello, my firstborn son. Mom and Corey Geary are right on time. Yes, we are. Hey, Uncle Will. What's up, shipmate? Well, I'm not sure where it's going to go. I'm up on the Pulse Chain side, down on the ETH side, but who cares? This is for fun. This is how you trade. I could wake up tomorrow morning and it could be a $2 million market cap. Currently, what is the market cap? Let me see. $480,000 market cap on Pulse Chain and $215,000 market cap on Ethereum. So I just bought a bunch of the Ethereum side when it hit 18 cents. So you guys are going to ask, Randy, why are you buying this token? One, supporting the 9inch squad. I love these guys. They're here to have fun. They're making crypto fun again. And I applaud that. Okay. And the other thing is 9inch is coming soon. They said 1 to 4 weeks. So 1 to 4 weeks, if I have enough of this token, I provide liquidity with it, and I will earn enough, maybe a nice chunk of BBC every day. So that's the incentive token, BBC. So it behooves me to build up my bag of WHETH. Where did the ETH go, Richard? I love this. I love it that the community is coming together and making fun of a 3-letter agency. It's like a big, get the hell out of here with your FUD. Man, can we sue 3-letter agencies for helping people lose millions upon millions of dollars over the last couple of days? Can we do that? We can boycott Uniswap. Randy don't use Uniswap no more because they're not allowing Hex on there. It's a real bummer what we're seeing. Centralized stuff, stay away from it. Crypto Chillax, howdy to you. Ricky Paul, Crypto Cashew, WHETH, yeah. This is a fun one. Are you buying EX? Jay Perry, not at this time. No. My priority at this current time is Pulse Chain, PulseX, Fiat, because I think Fiat is going to launch soon. And on a lighter note, I picked up some, Icosa. I actually picked up some Hedron, which is very not Randy. Randy doesn't pick up Hedron because Randy gets a lot of it for free. But the price was so cheap yesterday when everything was just absolutely hammered that I couldn't turn it down. It was just such a juicy price. So I went in there and I bought some of that. And what else? A little bit more PHUX. Obviously, I'm picking up WHETH. I mean, the people that are getting the airdrops and they're just selling, thank you. I'd rather buy it now before it hits $1 million market cap, personally, because once it hits $1 million market cap, it'll soon go to $2 million market cap, then $3 million market cap. I have a feeling this is a meme coin, so you know what meme coins could do. A lot of them make it to $10 million market caps, so I'm all for it, and I will support this. I'll provide liquidity when 9-inch launches, and hopefully each day that is a nice cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Randy needs a new phone. My camera is pretty shot on my A7, my Samsung A72, or whatever it's called. I was looking at the S23s today, the S23 Ultra. I might have to pick one up. I'm an Android guy, by the way. Yes, I'm an Android guy. My wife is the bougie one. She's the one with the iPhone 13 Max or whatever it's called. Me, I don't need that. Give me last year's phone. I'm happy. Timothy. Hello, Benny. Good to see you, sir. Pepe. Buonasera, mi amigo. Only 1 million total supply. Is it? I don't even know. I didn't even check that. Wow. I'm doing good then. Little C point. Please click the likes. Yes. That's where the extra 22 tokens came from. Yeah. Yeah, everyone got an airdrop on the Ethereum and the Pulse Chain side. So make sure you check that. TexanX, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Hey, Cody. Got me a Chipotle burrito worth of WHETH. Woo. Well, the Pulse Chain version for a moment there was 60, I think it was 65 cents or something like that each. So if you got 50, that's a nice Chipotle meal. Hello, McG. I could have emaciated. Lights out. 10x on my WETH trade. Good night. Yep, there you go. Way to go, Dots. That's how Dots be doing it. I would have done better, but especially on the Pulse Chain side, except my transactions were failing in the beginning. I wasn't putting enough. I wasn't going high speed or higher way, whatever. Well, I learned my lesson. Now I am. So like right now, I mean, WHETH on Ethereum is 24 cents and I got a bunch around 18 cents. So not bad. So 30% up. So don't come messaging me saying, Randy, how do I trade WETH? Listen, you guys have been around for a while. You know how to learn. You know how to do this stuff now. If you sacrifice for 9-inch, you've got this coin. Go to Dex Screener, pull up WHETH, or go to the 9-inch, or go below. I actually put it in the notes down below. Copy the contract address. Go to Dex Screener. In the search bar, paste it in there, and you're going to get the Ethereum version come up, and you're going to have the Pulse Chain version come up. And that's where you can look at the prices and watch the chart like I am right now. Ethereum's at 24.27, and on Pulse Chain, we're at 52.07. So look, that's how it works. You know, PulseX version 2, if you want to trade it on PulseX or buy it, just buy some. If you want to sell your airdrop, that's where you go sell it. And cow swap or 1inch for trading on the Ethereum side. So it's not too difficult. Get to know Dex Screener. Dex Screener is your best friend for anybody who uses Pulse Chain. JB, hey, Randy, listen to Waters Above. Might have to wait and see if another shoe drops before allocating more to the RH ecosystem. Are you waiting to? I do have a nice portion of stable coins sitting on the sideline. Yes, I do. I have put in new money over the last couple of days. I wasn't expecting to put new money into crypto, frankly. My Patreon knows this. I said I won't be back. My stables, I won't be back until October. But I went and digging under mattresses. What I saw was having a Pulse Chain. I'm like, you know, what if it doesn't go further? You know, it's always that thing. It's always the hopium, right? So right now I'm running out of hopium. So I put in mid 4 figures and just to make sure that I was able to buy Pulse Chain at these really cheap prices and some PulseX, some Icosa, some Hedron, some Tetra. What else did I get? I don't know. Everything was on sale. So it was like a fire sale. I'm like, hey, I'll take a little bit of this, take a little bit of this, a little bit of beetroot, you know. So that's just how it's working. You know, I just want to say something. The video I made on Monday night, the live stream I made on Monday night, there was a lot of people who came in there who aren't you guys. You guys are amazing. The folks that listen and watch my streams on the regular, you guys are great. But the people that watch later, the next day or whatever, that video had over 5,000 views, or right around 5,000 views. And the amount of nasty comments was just beyond me. I had to stop looking at the comments. I mean, I can't handle this. Like, oh, Randy, you're just living on hopium. Oh, Randy, you know, you're going to be the last one standing in Hex. You're going to be the last one holding bags. And man, these people have no clue. I'm like, this isn't my first rodeo. I'm going to tell you a story right now. Some of you have heard it. I helped launch a project called Epic Cash, and Epic Cash is still around today. I would look up the price, but if someone could look up the price, could you please put it in the chat box? And because I don't know what it currently is. So I was the marketing director for Epic Cash, and I joined the team June 2019, just before Hex. And it was a fair launch token. It's just, we turned on the mining and you can use your mining equipment to mine it. It was really fun. And right away, the Chinese miners got a hold of it, and they were just dumping like crazy. And it has the same supply as Bitcoin. It's like the 21 million thing, but it's a privacy using Mimblewimble, and a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to learn a lot about privacy coins by being actually on a team that launched one. And obviously, you guys know I'm a privacy advocate. That's why I'm really big into Beetroot. Love Beetroot. If you guys aren't part of that, you know, if you're a fan of privacy, then you might want to start using it. I need to do a video on how to use it, and maybe I'll have one of the team members guide me through the whole project. But that aside, Epic Cash was June 2019. I got on the team. We launched. There was some delays. They had some tech issues. They launched in September 2019. But the founder, he goes by Max Freeman. It's not his real name. I think he took out too much leverage. Borrowed too much money to launch the project. And he was expecting it to come out at about $1.60 per token, or $1.60 per coin, because it's a coin. And it did not. It came out about 88 cents, and it proceeded to dump from there because the Chinese miners were just all over it. And the exchange that it first got listed on was a Chinese exchange. So they would mine 2,000-3,000 coins a day, dump. And myself, my mom's in here. My mom was one of the people that we were buying Epic Cash in the early days. And the founder, Max, he had a mental breakdown about a week and a half into launch. Oh, shit. I'm like, what are we going to do? He got put in the hospital. I'm a psych nurse. So he's gone. Who's left? There's me. This other gentleman that he was just an advisor in an advisor role. And he was the guy that was paying me. And he's like, I've got no more Bitcoin, Randy. I've got no more ETH to pay you. There's no way we're going to pay you. I'm like, okay. So what do we do? So I continued to manage the social media. I knew this coin had legs. I knew it would do well. Mimblewimble did well, and a bunch of other Mimblewimble coins. Everything as Mimblewimble has done well, decent at least. So I said, this thing's going to go fine. I said, I'm going to do this for free. And what I'm going to do is when I feel the bottom is in, I'm going to buy up the token. And I did. It went under a penny. It went to 9/10 of a penny. So I bought a crap ton. And one of my investor buddies, he messaged me. He's like, hey, Randy, he goes, what's going on with Epic Cash? Is it failing? I said, I will not let this thing fail. This thing, it's grown. It wasn't back then. There was no real Uniswap yet, and it wasn't an Ethereum token. So it had to be picked up by an exchange that worked with Mimblewimble coins, which is kind of hard to find. So Trade Ogre, they wanted too much money or something. So the founder couldn't put us on Trade Ogre. So we were on some random exchange. It was really weird. So the price dropped to about 9/10 of a penny. I backed up the truck. My investor friend backed up the truck. And about 2.5 months later, the founder shows back up. And he, took in the reins again. Him and I had our outs. We didn't see eye to eye any longer. But the token started picking up price and did really well, and it went to new all-time highs. And I sold it all, and I put it in Hex. So then you guys, my story in Hex, and Hex did fabulous, fabulous. So my Epic Cash money became my Hex money, and my Hex money, boom, did great. So when I see people coming in saying that, Randy, I might as well lock up the doors and leave. Just let it die. It's over with. Hex is done. It's toast. You guys need to just, get off the hopium and go live your lives. No, I will not. We need this. Pulse Chain is here to save Ethereum. We need this one is our store of value, and we need this one to exchange on for Pulse Chain and PulseX. Obviously, we have PHUX, and pretty soon we'll have 9inch. We have Beetroot to do exchange as well. But the thing is, we have an ecosystem being built that does not rely on somebody named Richard Hart. So you can ask Richard Hart where the ETH went all you want, but he doesn't have to answer you. He doesn't answer to you. He doesn't answer to me. And he's probably not even going to answer the SEC. I hope he just pays the fine, or better yet, I wish he would fight it. But I have a feeling he's just going to pay the fine. We're going to move along. It's going to be like, okay, that's in the past. Let's move forward. Let's build this amazing ecosystem and start having a good old time again. And the price will shoot right back up because the SEC knows they can't do anything. You can't stop Pulse Chain. The validators are now in control of Pulse Chain. Richard shut off all 4,000 validators for a reason. The ones that were under his control, shut them off. Burn those tokens. Why? Because he doesn't want any way. He must have sniffed that the three-letter agency was coming his way. So he said, you know what? I'm going to take away my control of this. I'm out. Genius move. Nice play. 4D chess. The guy's been doing it for a long time. And for those of us like myself who were on the SEC list, kudos to everyone who stood their ground and continued to stream and continued to be out there with their faces. Kudos to you guys. it's scary when you hear that a 3-letter agency is watching what you're doing. But frankly, I don't care. I really don't. What does the 3-letter agency do? They make lawsuits. They're not, the SEC is not the one that goes out and arrests people. So not too worried about all this. So update, WHETH on Ethereum is at 26.5 cents, and on Pulse Chain it's at 58 cents. So we're moving on up to the big time. Whoa, wow, look at that stair-stepping ladder for Pulse Chain. It dipped all the way down to 50 cents. Now I'm on the 1-minute chart, and it's on its way to 58, or actually on its way to 59. Woohoo! Hey, Randy, listen to Waters Above. Might have to wait and see if there's another shoe drops. Oh, yeah. He seems to think August 26th is going to be a big day for Richard Hart. He said, if you guys watched his video today that launched early today, he told Richard, I recommend you stay in your castle and lock the door, or something to that effect. Stay home, lock your door. Don't go outside on August 26th. I hope that Waters is wrong, that it's going to be a rough day for Pulse Chain, Hex, whatever. Interesting call. Waters does have a pretty good track record, though. So we'll see. Rob says, I hope it's 4 weeks. Yeah, I hope it's 4 weeks too. Oh, you mean for 9-inch? I want us to get past September 17th. September 17th is the day that I care about. That's the last day of Rosh Hashanah. If we can get past that and get the Jubilee year behind us, and the mayhem the Jubilee year and the Shemitah year caused, 2 years of mayhem. I just want that behind me. You guys may not know what those are. You may not care about what religion thinks or anything, but I do. I really do. There you go. Thank you, Luna. Jordan's decode of RH was very interesting. Yes, it was. Crypto King. And Crypto King, and anybody else who's really big with Aurochs, I reached out to Yorgi today, the CEO, and they're still working hard on getting listed on the exchange, the NYSE, and or whatever exchange they're trying to get listed on. Because I asked for some help to support Pulse Chain, and he's like, Randy, have you seen our Twitter lately? We haven't been tweeting at all, and that's for a reason, because the lawyers recommended that they stay quiet. So you're wondering why Aurochs has been pretty quiet. It's because they're in the process of getting approval to be listed on the stock exchange. So yes, that I would love that. That would be an amazing thing to do. That is something that I'd be happy to support the justice system for, because they just slaughtered a whole bunch of people's money over the last couple of days. Very nice recovery today overall in the RH ecosystem. Yes, it has been. Or defamation of character. That's another one. See, if RH still lived in Panama, Panama's got seriously strong libel laws. You can't talk bad about anybody here. They could take you for a ride. That's one of the few laws that are really strong in Panama. You can't talk bad about anybody. There's been a couple times where I wanted to come out and just blast somebody on Twitter. I'm like, during the pandemic, there was a couple doctors that were shilling the juice and calling people like me. They're saying that we were conspiracy theorists and all this kind of stuff. I wanted to blast them, but my wife's like, don't do that. She goes, you're not in the U.S. Yeah. Giving Uni the Bud Light treatment. That's right, Cody. He's talking about Uniswap. Vibra Finance, what's up? Hey, Mudhog. Putting Guru, thank you. 12 billion Hedron for 1 ETH. Are you kidding me? I got a nice chunk yesterday, but I didn't get that much. I bought some PHUX, some Fiat, and Hex. Way to go. A little bit of diversification up in here. Picking up the WHETH on both chains. Yes, JB. Yep. I got them on both. I am locked and loaded on both. And right now we're at 26.7 cents on ETH and 57.8 cents on Pulse Chain. we can sue three-letter agencies because the Supreme Court has already ruled in West Virginia versus EPA. Oh, really? There's enough of us. I mean, I'm American. I could participate in a class action. I wonder if a class action could include people from outside the country as well. Good evening, sir. Hello, Fat Tex Farmer. Is Portal X IO? Yes, it is more. All right, yep. Where to go for the airdrop? I deck screener and use the token address, contract address that's down below in the chat, not chat, but the note box below my video. Yes, only use the V2. Is it a better deal to buy 9-inch now than SAC rate? Well, Michael, 9-inch doesn't exist yet. You still have to wait. What you see tonight, that 9-inch team launched, was a coin called Where Did the ETH Go? WHETH. So WHETH is the main airdrop we're getting for the 9-inch SAC? No, not at all. Has nothing to do with the 9-inch SAC. They're just rewarding people. They gave it to everyone who sacrificed for 9-inch. 1% approximately of what you sacrificed. So if you sacrifice $1,000, you got $10 worth. If you sacrificed $1 million, then you got 10,000. I'm at 95% RH ecosystem. Got to really work that delayed gratification now with the SEC stuff plays out. Yep, our Hex Monkey, I smell a class action. Good afternoon, Randy Crew. Hey, Clintrons. I wonder how long it would take to spin up a class action. Yoden, my man. How you doing, brother? Long time no see. And Cabana, the old crew is coming out. Wow, the old school Hexkins. Man, you guys should have seen it. You guys back in 2019, not 2019, because even Hexo wasn't streaming at that time. But when Hexo really got going streaming in, I think it was February, March of 2020, these are all the names that you would recognize in the chat. Oh, and by the way, I am going to be part of the Hex conference this weekend, and I will be speaking along with Katie and Hex Tangent, which should be interesting because Hex Tangent and we don't see eye to eye. We're very different in our approach to how we do things, but Katie's a nice middle ground. I think she'll be able to keep us from strangling each other. The full moon certainly smacked Hex and Pulse as predicted, sir. Yes, they did, Clintrons. And I could see the full moon right out my window. It was beautiful tonight. Yeah, we see the hate and discount. Yeah, it's hard though. It really is. It's because I like to respond to my comments and on YouTube, but sometimes it just really gets to me. Weak hands got shaken out. This was the shakening. Yes, it was. What a nice shakening it was. Epic is 19 cents. Oh, thank you. Epic Cash is 19 cents. See, even if I would have held till right now, I would be up 20x on Epic Cash. All right, Timothy, I will for sure. All right, they're on BNB. Interesting. I don't even know why they're there. Arby's not leaving, guys. He's serious. TYRH is burning the 4RH tokens. Go Pulse is even listing how much INC has been burned. TYRH will burn more PLSX than PLSX when the price rises. Cool. Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I've been bagging. I picked up a nice bag yesterday. So. Oh, and I picked up more today. I know my friends at PP Token they might get annoyed by this, but I had a bunch of PP tokens sitting on Ethereum. And I sold it. I sold it today to buy a bunch of Pulse Chain because BP token's way up here and Pulse Chain's down. I'm like, this is the time to go back into Pulse. I think Pulse Chain might have a nice run here over the next month or so as it rebounds. It'll probably get back to SAC price. That's my guess. And it might not take long. It might only take a week or two. At least I hope so. Oh, so does somebody have a video for Beetroot? Yes, please. Thank you. Both hexes, PLS, PLSX are my number one. Hedron and ICOSA are right behind. Absolutely, sir. I'm validating the shit out of that chain. Oh, God. The EOS chain died after the SEC taken out. How will Hex survive? Well, let me tell you. I was very much involved with that EOS thing. If you guys did not know, I worked with Dan Larimer directly. I worked for Steemit, steemit.com, and I was their social media guy. They had no clue what to do with social media, so I sent them a curse-laced email. As a fellow anarchist, he understood. He's like, Randy, can you guys start, talking about my wife and I, can you guys start tomorrow? And we did. So I got to work with Dan directly. The problem with EOS was you had all these little chiefs, but no Indians. Very different than Hex and Pulse Chain. Hex and Pulse Chain is 100% decentralized, where EOS, man, you had to kiss the ass of these people. You had to put your votes in. It was a delegated proof of stake. It's originally what Pulse Chain was supposed to be, DPoS. And I remember, last year before we switched to ETH 2.0, I said to my wife, I'm like, man, I hope that Pulse Chain isn't DPoS, because that was a mess. And little Hitlers all fighting each other. It didn't work out good. So EOS was falling apart even before the settlement. So don't think the SEC had anything to do with it. XRP is still around. XRP is a company with hundreds of employees. Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX don't have employees. Hex, Pulse Chain, and PulseX don't have any buildings. Hex, Pulse Chain, and PulseX don't have a CEO. Free. Who's the CEO? I am. You are. Anybody who owns the coins in their wallets. You guys are the bosses. It's decentralized. So I would not be comparing what we're doing here with what EOS did, because they messed that one up. Talk about making a poop sandwich. That's what EOS ended up being. And I was pretty upset with Dan Larimer when he left Steemit and went and launched EOS, and it was just an absolute failure. Hello, Corey. Good to see you, sir. I think the ETH went to installing an Arby's in his castle. Easy access to sandwiches. Yo, guys, I gotta tell you a story. I got my kids so pumped for Arby's. If you don't know, Arby's is also my favorite restaurant. I'm an RH. I'm the senior RH. Richard is the junior RH, really. I've been around a couple years longer than he has. And Arby's is the beef and cheddar. Y'all, if you've never had Arby's, you just don't know. That is going to be my one cheat day in Toronto. I am going to Arby's. I already looked up where they're located. I'm pumped. My son, he's pumped. He's 5.5. You know what he can't wait to have in Canada? Curly fries. He can't wait to have some curly fries. I had my wife watch a video on TikTok of some Australian dude in Las Vegas going to Arby's. He was like, oh my God, out of 10, this is a 9. This is a 9.5. And then the beef sandwich, he goes, this is a 10. And he puts the horsey sauce on the stuff. Man, I was dying. I was like, man, I haven't had Arby's in 13 years. It's like, I need to get that scratch itched for sure. Arby's, if you're watching, I will gladly take a sponsorship for sure, even though I don't live in the US. Ted, no. The idea of the Jubilee, for the guys who do not know, it's a year of rest. And it's a time where you go spend time with your family and you relax. Well, you also don't work and your money is not working, those kind of things. So in that way, that's what a Jubilee is for. And it's like every 50-year celebration. So us heathens, we don't do that. We work all the time. We don't take breaks. So whereas the Jewish community got to take breaks over the last couple of years, we haven't been. So they're coming back to play. And I know there's people out there who disagree with me on the timeline of the Jubilee. I don't care. Nobody knows anything perfectly. We can hit it close. Nothing's perfect. Hey, Wendy Shift. I'm struggling a little bit. I admit I don't like seeing all the FUD, especially on my content. That's what bugs me the most. I actually had intel that RH was in Estonia. I always thought he was in Denmark, but apparently he's in Finland or something like that. I don't know. It's funny to consider that RH just settles, literally never acknowledges any of this publicly, and we move on. That would be an interesting play. Website for airdrop? No, there's no website. It just automatically shows up in your wallet. It's there already. All you got to do is plug in the contract address and it'll be in your wallet. Who's the one who sued CoinMarketCap? He should start the class action. I think that was Johnny Chaos. WHETH volume climbing fast, only 1 million supply. That is interesting. Really, it is. 53.9 cents on Pulse Chain, 24 cents, 24.2 on Ethereum. Rally time. That's right, Kamana. We got any lawyers in the chat that do this kind of class action lawsuits? That would be so cool. This all just makes Hex community even stronger. That's right. Thanks for clearing and fronting about the airdrop. Clear now. All right, Michael. Way to go. Yeah, it's already there. Is it too late to get into the new token? No, Ramon, not at all. No. What you did with the WHETH token? I've kept mine and I've added to my bags. I have thousands, thousands of them. And like I said, I'm accumulating my WHETH so that I can provide liquidity. What I know the 9inch team, I know how they work. They've already said that PP token and PLD will be one of the first 2 tokens that you could earn BBC as an incentive token on their 9inch DEX when it launches in a couple weeks in order to, make some nice money. Well, in order to do that, being a liquidity provider, you need the other token as well. And if they're the founders of 9inch, PP token, and PLD, and they're the founders of WHETH, I imagine this will be one of the tokens that if you provide liquidity, you can earn some decent incentive. Incentive token for them is called BBC. That's why I'm buying. So every time the coin dips, I buy some. Like right now, we're at 21 cents on Ethereum. If it goes back down to 15 cents, something like that, I will buy more. Yes, I will. I think we've had enough. We can't shake it up by now. Can't this be the last time? Enough already. Yeah, I know, Joe. But this time wasn't any of our faults. It wasn't the community's fault. It was 100% 3-letter agency. Nice, Crypto Chillax. That's not a bad plan. I picked up a considerable amount myself. I hope the song I make about Hex and Pulse Chain and the SEC makes some kind of noise. We will see. Corey, you are the man. Bring it on. Yes, Beetroot video from Somni dropped in MT chat. Okay. All right. Perfect. Melly Mel, what up, say? Ramon Grillo, it's too late to get into new token. No, it started 4.5 hours ago it launched. You guys talking about the song? No, Melly Mel, no Arby's. No, we have everything else. Well, no Arby's. Oh man, dude, I'll take Chick-fil-A. I'll take that MSG chicken. I'll try it because it's been many years since I had that. I've only lived one place, I think, that had Chick-fil-A. I think it was I lived in Columbus, Ohio. I think they had Chick-fil-A there. I lived there for about 2 years, and I'm pretty sure they had it. I haven't had Chick-fil-A too much, and I think they had it in Tampa as well, right on. Yeah, I know exactly. You go on Kennedy Boulevard, you take a left, and it was right there on the right hand side. Because I used to live in South Tampa, and that was the one I would go to occasionally because I wasn't a huge fan of Chick-fil-A, but I did like it better than McDonald's or Burger King or anything like that. But Arby's, man, and I respected that Chick-fil-A. A lot of people they hate on them for this, but as somebody who grew up in the church, I grew up in the Pentecostal church. I respected the fact that they were closed on Sundays. I thought that was really cool that they did that. They stood by their belief system and didn't get pushed around by people who thought they knew better. That was interesting. Brendan, thank you. Horsey sauce. If you know, you know. I just had some. I opened up. You guys know Boar's Head? It's a South Florida brand where they make all kinds of meat products and stuff, cold cuts and stuff. I found horseradish sauce the other day at one of our upscale like import style grocery stores where you find the stuff that is from your country, right? And they had a Boar's Head display with all the different sauces from Boar's Head, and they had horseradish sauce. I was like, are you kidding me? It's very nice. So I had a little bit tonight on my chicken. Yum, yum. Ramon. Yes, yes. Randy, I'm a CEO. You're a CEO. And we all are CEOs. First executive decision for us, all I'm sure, our bags to the moon come this next cycle. That's right, sir. 2015 Spanish Rioja wine and H. Upman cigar during the stream. Great job. Thank you, Timothy. Nice, man. You're always living it up. Funniest tweet I saw, someone said, RH has been streaming this whole time as alter ego saw me. Oh, God. Sell me something else. PDQ, pretty damn quick. Another chicken fast food is a competitor of Chick-fil-A. Very good. Oh, nice. Yeah, Arby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right off of Kennedy. Yeah, you're going away from downtown. You hit the main road. I can't remember the name of it, what it was. And then you take a left, and yum yum. I love Tampa. Tampa was my favorite city. If I ever moved back to the U.S., I would definitely move back to Tampa. I had a great time there. I used to work at St. Joseph's Hospital and Tampa General. Tampa General they fired me because I got into a fight with one of the other people that worked there. We got into an argument, and that day I was leaving for Africa. I went to Ethiopia, and I come back, and the manager had left a message on my phone saying, "Randy, don't come back to work." I was like, "What?" I didn't get to defend myself. I've been gone for a month. I don't even get to defend myself. Oh man, that was pretty disappointing. Yes, Dale Mabry. Yes. Crypto Chino knows what I'm talking about. Dale Mabry and Kennedy. Yeah. I used to work at Kuhn Volkswagen Honda. Does the SEC stand for stealing everyone's coins? Seriously, though, nobody has done as much damage to the pockets of hexagons and pulse chain people and PulseX folks and fiat folks and all these other people than the SEC has done in the last 3 days. Nobody has even come close to hurting us financially more than what the SEC has done. If they would have left us alone, we'd all be millions upon millions of dollars richer right now, on paper at least. Oh, nice. So you get to see Tampa. One thing I loved about Tampa when I worked at Tampa General, I used to just sit there when all the patients were calm and chill. Right, you worked in a psych unit. I would just look outside and see the dolphins in the bay. It was so amazing. What a great place to work. Hex enthusiasts, what's going on? RH talking about fluffy slippers. What the hell are you talking about? Is he really talking about fluffy slippers? What a bizarre time we live in. Bought a buttload of PLS and PLSX last night, and again this morning. Feels great. Absolutely feels great. Stealing everyone's coins. That's exactly how it feels. All right, let me see what Richard's doing. I'm going to pull it up here. He's really talking about fluffy slippers. And let me share it for you guys. Present screen. Twitter. All right. You guys should be able to see this. Yep. Let me move to here. And back to here. Okay. Like if you think I try my hardest, no, that no. He says, I grew up poor, lived in a warehouse, worked hard, and eventually raised $27,500,000 for charity, wrote free self-help books, called the Bitcoin top of 65,000 a year years ago. Last time I was at my mom's house and installed a bidet for her. I did everything I could to help people not get scammed, giving that money to companies that promise you opportunity but deliver you bankruptcy, Celsius, BlockFi, FTX, and more. Don't drink, don't gamble, don't trade. Consider raising money for charity and definitely install a bidet for your mom. There's a video on how to do it on richardheart.com. I'm doing the best I can to make the world a better place, and I want you to, on my team, be the change you wish to see in the world. All right. I just retweeted that. Nice, Richard. That was very kind of you, sir. See, that's the kind of guy I want leading my crypto. Now, people are like, oh, what happens if Richard croaks? If Richard croaks, we tie up our bootstrings and we get to work. And it's 100% our responsibility to move this ecosystem forward. We got geniuses like Alex. We have Buck Fiat. We got the 9-inch crew. We got the Power City team. Just Ask Jesse. And we got the guys over at Liquid Loans. And, we got girls like Katie. Just a wonderful community of people that know how to get things done. We got all of our streamers. The streaming crew, nobody else in crypto has anything close to what we have. They couldn't even come within miles of us. We got this thing on lockdown. And I applaud every single one of you who are fighting through this resistance we have right now of people calling us scammers and calling us names again. But one thing I know is there's people that support the three-letter agency and what they're doing. And that absolutely disgusts me that they're supporting that agency over the freedom that we have with decentralization. What we have is so important for mankind. There's two ways you can look at blockchain. Blockchain can either imprison you, or blockchain can give you freedom. I want to be on the freedom side. Three-letter agency wants to be on the prison side. So right now, if someone is on Twitter and they call themselves a person that's in crypto or a blockchain fan, and they're supporting the three-letter agency, or they're chopping down Richard, they are not your friend. They are your enemy. Now, there's others who don't necessarily like Richard, but they support him because they know the importance of what he is trying to get across to everybody. Control your own coins, have your own keys, be your own bank, use decentralized platforms to do your trades. Platforms like Uniswap, who can just come out on their front end and just block hacks. That's not a company I want to work with. That's not a company I want to give profits to. So then I'll move my money over to 1inch, CowSwap, PortalX.io, any of these places. We don't need to put your money where your mouth is. If the whole crypto community tomorrow stopped using Uniswap, how long do you think it would be before they would disappear? They will go out of business. So put your money where your mouth is, for sure. We have PulseChain. PulseChain's a great ecosystem. Everything still works. The PulseChain bridge works. You can import your funds. I used it twice today. You can also use PortalX. You can use Beetroot if you want to use some obfuscation. It's up to you guys. We take this where we want it to go. Don't have to worry about agencies. Someone said to me, "Bro, Brandy, what if PulseChain gets banned in the US?" Really? Okay. So PulseChain gets banned in the US. Alex gives me a call. "Hey, Randy, I want to move a bunch of servers and put them up in Panama." Okay, bet. Let's do it. How many do we need? A couple hundred? Corey says, "Hey, Randy, I want to put some down there." A bunch of people get together and we open up a server farm here to support PulseChain, or in some other country. It could be anywhere. Europe is pretty pro crypto. Put them in Europe. This is not rocket science. If we don't want to have to listen to these people, we don't play in their playground. Period. End of story. You guys are. Where did I go? There you go, Ramon. That's what I'm talking about. I think she was referring to his alter ego as Sami. Okay. Orex didn't delist Hex so far, so they're cool still. Yeah, they won't. I don't. If they delisted Hex, I would leave the team. That would be a no go for me. I did a gig in Ybor City years ago, wild place. Yeah, my best friend came down to visit me when I was living in Tampa, and we were walking down the street. And this young lady walked by us, and she grabbed his butt, and he's like, "Whoa, what was that?" That was on Ybor. We'll never forget that night because it was pretty funny. Oh god, 9-inch on ETH looking great about now. What is the 2069? Getting close. I bought mine at 18, so whatever. I'm here for the long haul. I will be providing liquidity. Yeah, Ybor is full of degenerates. Although daytime is great, but at night it's the purge. At night, you don't want to be in Ybor. Ybor is like, that's where they used to make the Cuban cigars. Hello, Randy and everyone. Glad to catch you live. Hey, Sandy. Good to see you. Someone posted Uniswap lost 250,000 users, but not sure how they got that info. I'm not sure either. There's no way 250,000 people just disconnected their wallets today. I mean, really? I got my WHETH today on both chains. Yes, we did, Sandy. Now, I really like the 9-inch team. They're so genuine, and if you get on the calls with them, they know how to have fun and they know how to use crypto. I like a team like that. How is SEC able to file a formal legal complaint and not attach any exhibits as evidence for each of their claims? It is kind of weird, isn't it, PC? I'm not a lawyer, but it is kind of weird. I had lunch with a friend who he went to law school, Duke University guy, and he was telling me today he looked through the stuff and he thought it was kind of weird. He's like, this is kind of a wishy-washy kind of claim. I'm like, I know, it is kind of bizarre, right? And we didn't know what to make of it. So, hello, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate all of you who's standing with me. Appreciate all of you who make positive comments. Those of you guys who have negative comments, I mean, that's fine. But, you know, that old saying, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. You might want to apply that because, frankly, it's hard enough dealing with all the stuff that's going on and getting all the private people messaging me privately, all nervous and scared and fear. I'm not a fearful person. I'll never spread fear. What I do is I stay positive, and even if I think that something bad is coming, I spin it in a positive way and how it could benefit people. That's just how I look at things. Always positive. It's even over the years, it's starting to rub off on my wife too, because she wasn't that way. She was always Debbie Downer. Not anymore. She's starting to. The positive vibe is catching on. So that's what I try to do with people. And if you guys got to say negative comments, I'd rather you keep it to yourself. I know it's not going to happen, but I'll try. All right. Cheers from Panama, everybody. I appreciate all your help.